Hi all, my name is Miss Hannah Barker and this is your lockdown challenge. The first thing you need to do is separate a piece of paper into 9 equal sections. You could use a ruler, but I like to use a bit of a wibbly line to make it look more interesting. This is the finished result of what you'll be creating. Obviously, you'll be designing your own things for each square. In square 1, you're going to do your favourite animal. Now, foxes are very special in our family, so that's what I've done here. You start off with a very light outline. There's a good saying that says, draw light until you get it right. It's much harder to rub out a heavy line. Then you start with your base colour. Whenever you're doing fur, work in sketchy marks because it makes it look really nice and fluffy. I wouldn't want a fox to look all very smooth. When using pencil colours, you're always going to want to layer your colours. So whenever I do, I will always show you what colours I've used. Don't worry if you don't have these at home. Even if you work just in a pencil or just with a pen, it will still look good. But remember to add lots of texture. In the second box, you're going to draw your favourite snack. So it could be sweets, chocolate or anything really. I've drawn a big tub of popcorn. So again, I've started with a nice light outline first before I add my colours. And remember, it's usually darker on your outside, so I'll always press on a little harder with my coloured pencils to try and make it look nice and 3D. In the third square, you're going to draw your favourite song. Now, you could just take some of the lyrics like I have because I love Ed Sheeran, or you could draw a picture that represents the theme of your song. It's completely up to you. Now we've completed the top row. Now you could do one image a day or you could try and work through the whole thing. It's up to you. The next square is flowers. Again, I've looked at a picture on the internet to help me get a good accurate outline, and then I've lightly sketched that outline ready to add some colour. It's important to remember that even though something might be white, there will always be some darker tones and highlights, so try and use grey tones to show those. In the next box, you're going to do your hobbies. Now, I used to love doing ballet dancing when I was younger. You might like football or playing on computer games or anything really, but just make sure you try and draw an accurate light outline to start with. Then I've layered up my colours to try and give it a much more 3D look. In this next section, you're going to do some doodles. So you can do shapes, you can do patterns, you can basically let your pen go where it wants to and see where it ends up. So you can be as creative as you want in here, and remember, mark making is really important when you're creating art. In this next section, you have to draw something that you love. Now I've got 2 little girls, so I've drawn a cartoon version of them. Now I have drawn most of my things here today in a realistic style. If you like drawing in a cartoon way, then that's absolutely fine too. You draw in the way that you'd want to draw. Again, I've layered my colours to make them look nice and rich. In this section, you're going to draw a picture that represents your favourite book. It could be one of the characters, you could copy the book cover, it's completely up to you. Now, in our house, we really like to read the Christmasaurus. So I've drawn the Christmasaurus and I've used lots of different tones of blues and greys to make it look as realistic as possible. And in your last square, you're going to draw a medal for completing this challenge. It was quite difficult with lots of different things to draw, but you've completed it. Well done. So I've made a medal with a paintbrush in the middle, but you can draw whichever one you want. And here's the finished result. Well done, guys. You've worked really hard today.